Hey guys, how you doing? So yeah, this week's recipe, sorry, it's probably going to get uploaded a little bit late because obviously I'm working. But what it is, I'm making katsu curry. I'm also making a Turkish dish that Claire made for me called menemen. It's basically scrambled egg and tomatoes and pepper. So I'll show you what the ingredients are for the menemen. So wait, yeah. So what I've got is obviously I've got my wee things there. Some parsley, 2 garlic cloves. I've used 200 grams of smoked tofu. Meant to use silken tofu, but I'm using smoked tofu just to give that smoky taste that you should have. I've used a pointy red pepper, green bell pepper, 1 onion, some 400 grams chopped tomatoes. And obviously I'm going to be using some oregano, some chili, some pink Himalayan salt because I don't have the black salt, which gives it that eggy taste. And obviously I've got 6 tablespoons of Alpro yogurt, vegan, and 2 garlic cloves, which I'm going to crush down and put into that, make like a garlicky mint yogurt. Okay, let's get started. Let's go and enjoy this. Just so you know, this is recipes for Claire. She made it for me the other day, and it was actually not too bad. Like, I thought it was nice, so this is my way of saying thank you. I'm going to make it for you. So I hope you enjoy my cooking version of it. As you can see, I've crushed the garlic down into that. Just use the garlic press. That's what I did. I'm just going to mix it all together. There you go, mix it all together. Obviously taste it, and if you like it a bit more garlicky, obviously add a wee bit more garlic, like a clove at a time basically. I'm just going to crack on and get the rest of this up and ready to cook now. So I've put the garlic yogurt in the fridge for later. I'm going to heat up this and start the oven. I mean, not the oven, the frying pan. Using 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And what I'm going to do then first is I'm going to cook the onion with the pepper and then combine all together after. As I said, once the pan's hot, in will go the onion and the peppers. And then the chilies, bring it to it's nice and fragrant. Then I'm going to add in the tomatoes, then the tofu, and hopefully it will all come together quite nicely. The tofu is going in because obviously normally it's a vegetarian meal. You make it with eggs. Menemen is basically scrambled egg and tomatoes and peppers. To anyone who's Turkish, if I've got that wrong, just fucking tell me. I want to get things right. I don't want to just assume that because it says something on the internet that it's the truth. But this is what I've been told. So I also put a wee bit of oregano in mine because I like a wee few herbs in it. I just like to make it my own way, if you know what I mean. The way Claire made it was nice. She made a vegan one for me. And obviously this is still vegan. But obviously with a little jest twist on it. Because, you know me, I like to make everything a little bit different to how I like it. Yeah, so there you go, onions, peppers, chilli. I put quite a lot of chilli in it because I like a lot of chilli. Obviously just give it a mix till it's nice, softened a wee bit. Then the tomatoes will go in, and once that starts to reduce a wee bit, then my tofu will go in. Right, that's it, tomatoes are in. I'm going to add a wee spot of water, because what you want to do is you don't want to make it too liquidy. And then I will put in, just to give it a wee thicken up, 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. Yeah, so I've added 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. As you saw, I did have half a can of water. I added another wee bit to it. I didn't put in the full half a can because you don't want it to be too liquidy. It's meant to be quite thick. Apparently, original menemen is you're meant to use like Paul Biber chilies. Obviously, I don't have them, so I'm just using normal ones. But obviously, if it's lacking that kick once it's all cooked, you can use this cayenne pepper hot, or if you can't handle it too hot, something less spicy. But I like mine spicy. So, if you get just the way I am. Yeah, so I added the oregano. I added 1 tablespoon of it, just to give it a wee bit of a herby taste as well. As I said, making this my own little version of it. So you see it's all coming together nicely. So you just cook this until it starts to thicken the sauce, and then obviously then I'll add the tofu. And what I'll do then is I'll cover it a wee bit so the tofu softens, and then once that's done, I'll add the parsley for my wee seasoning, and then once I start to serve it up, I will add the dollop of garlic yogurt that I've made, and a little bit more parsley, and then that's it. Tofu is in, and so is my wee parsley. We give it a wee stir, then I'm going to cover it and cook it all through. Yeah, so there you go. Now it's all reduced. Now I've finished covering it. Tofu's nice and soft. Let's give it a wee taste. Yeah, that's that done. Ooh, get by myself. I think it doesn't taste too bad with smoked tofu. Even though you're meant to use silken, it actually tastes pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So there you go, guys. Turkish vegan version of their scrambled egg with peppers and tomatoes. Thank you for tuning in again, and thank you, Claire, again for the recipe.